Hello, my name is Trey Williams, and today I'm going to be reviewing Nintendo's latest console, the Switch. Released in March of 2017, the Nintendo Switch became the fastest-selling console for Nintendo in the first week. Since then, its sales have surpassed both the Wii U and the GameCube, two of their previous consoles, in roughly a third of the time that they enjoyed on the market. It also became the fastest-selling console in the first year for several regions around the world. So what's the big deal with the Switch? The idea of a handheld screen had already been introduced with the Wii U, which was Nintendo's previous major console. Are these two consoles really so different? In a word, yes. The Wii U had a gamepad, which looks functionally similar to the Switch. However, the gamepad was tied to an actual console that was always connected to your TV. You could play any games for the Wii U separately on the gamepad, only if you stayed within range of the console. But if you're going to need to stay close to the console and your television, you might as well just be playing on your television. With the Switch, the little gamepad is the console. Essentially, it is the inverse of the Wii U. The Switch plays wherever you are, whether it's on the bus, waiting in line at the DMV, or in an airplane flying over the Pacific Ocean. If you want to play on your TV, the Switch connects to a dock wired to your TV, and voila! You're playing the Switch like a regular console. This versatility has set the Switch apart in the console wars between Nintendo, Microsoft with the Xbox One, and Sony's PlayStation 4. Both Microsoft and Sony have doubled down on hardware improvements, increasing resolution, processing power, and memory. In all these aspects, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are superior to the Switch. But do these consoles travel? Only if you have an outlet, a television to play on, and a reasonably large duffel bag to lug the console, games, and controllers in. So in other words, no, these consoles would not be considered portable. They stay at home, and that is where you play. That is how it's always been, with the exception of handheld consoles such as Nintendo's Game Boy and Sony's PS Vita. While these portable consoles were huge leaps in portability at the time, they didn't come anywhere close to a home console's power. As a result, games were simpler and less expensive on these early portable consoles. What sets the Switch apart is that it has the full power of a home console behind it. This means AAA games such as Skyrim, The Legend of Zelda, and Assassin's Creed can all be played whenever and wherever you want. This distinction, as its sky-high sales can attest, is huge for gamers. So we've established what sets the Switch apart. This doesn't mean the console is free from shortcomings, though. With portability comes reliance on battery power. As a regular screen light setting, the Switch runs between 3 and 7 hours, depending on the game being played. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, one of the Switch's flagship games, can only be played for about 3 hours before the battery will die. While the Switch sports a unique NVIDIA chip designed for maximum processing power and low power consumption, its technical specifications fall far behind the capabilities of the most up-to-date home consoles, such as the Xbox One X or the PlayStation 4 Pro. It does not have designated HD support. The frame rate varies from 30 to 60 frames per second, depending on the game and whether the console is docked. It comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, which is minuscule compared to the terabyte options of the other home consoles. Luckily, SD cards can be used to supplement internal memory options to give it more memory for games. The option of portability, the Switch's key feature, inherently means that it will have power and hardware limitations. For those looking to play on the go, though, the Switch is the best option, by far. One more point in the Switch's favor is the game selection. No other system has the deep selection of exclusive IPs that Nintendo has been creating for years. For anyone looking to play Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Smash Bros., Donkey Kong, Fire Emblem, and countless other Nintendo mainstays, the Switch is really your only option. One more key advantage the Switch has over previous Nintendo consoles is third-party support, something Nintendo has been stingy about for years. But with their change of heart, countless great games and properties are being developed for the Switch. Indie games and huge third-party hits such as Skyrim and Doom are available on the Switch. This attracts a much larger section of the gamer population. So, in summary, the Nintendo Switch makes for a truly unique gaming experience. Clever design meets powerful hardware to create a console that allows you to bring your favorite games everywhere you go. It has a fantastic selection of games, many of them unique to the console, but also accessible to those looking to play games not exclusively made by Nintendo. If you are willing to look past certain hardware limitations, I highly recommend adding the Switch to your console collection.